YouTubers, especially in the RV community. Maybe not a lot, but I know there are a fair amount that kind of struggle with how much of their real personal life they share with you versus the produced life. And we have the same struggles. We want to show part of our life that's exciting and entertaining and the things that we go and do and see, but we really haven't shown kind of us just being us around our rig. So we are kind of hanging out today, and all of our mess, the dogs are kind of chilling. They haven't gone outside to go number 2 yet, so they need to get out. But yeah, we haven't done the dishes. Who hasn't done the dishes?
What?
It's usually Shauna's task. So we got a sink full of dirty dishes and something going on in this garbage. I think
stop.
I got something growing in there.
Stop.
I need to empty that. We had fish the other night, and I'm sure I emptied all the fish
I'm thinking maybe you didn't
stuff.
empty something out of there yet.
But I do like kipper snacks, which is kippered herring. So I might have accidentally left a old tin of kipper snacks in the garbage. So the coffee is always the first order of business, no matter what time I get up. And Shauna usually makes a tea of some sort.
I make a chai tea, but we are out of half and half, so I couldn't make my tea today, and I feel really off. What are we gonna do? Yeah.
So
typically we get up in the morning, have some tea or coffee, and just try to figure out what we're gonna do for the day.
yeah. And so today we got to take Ricky to the vet. She loves sitting looking out the window.
I think all Frenchies
So
do.
well, man, most Frenchies do.
It's a Frenchie thing.
So she's been having a really tough time with allergies, I think.
Showing your best side.
And she's not showing us her best side right now. So
Come here.
anyway, yeah, we got to get her to the vet today and maybe get there she is. Get her a allergy shot.
What, the allergies?
Yeah.
What, the allergies?
And I'm doing a little bit of work here on answering a lot of YouTube questions and comments, and so yeah, that's usually what we do when we get up first thing in the morning. Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock here.
It's called Starting the Day with the Johnsons. There we go. You just gave it a title.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, the work that goes into a typical video of ours, is many hours of pre-production work, the production stuff that is actually out shooting the videos and that, and all the post-production work, which includes editing and finding music that's entertaining to go with what we do, and uploading that to YouTube, and making checking all the boxes on YouTube that have to be checked to make sure your video is going to work, and all those things. So we're finding that is a lot of work. Not complaining, because we get a lot of great viewers and a lot of great comments on our things, but certainly more work than we'd anticipated. So I think we're just going to kind of dial things down a little bit, and kind of do more stuff like this that's less produced and a little more enjoyable for us to do. Still want to connect with people that have joined our crew, our Lou crew. So we're thinking about the name Lou Crew, L-U Crew, as kind of a little tag for all the people that follow us. One person said, "Don't use Lou; it's too close to the English word for toilet." So we might not do that. Anyway, it's kind of.
I don't know what else we would use, because it's LU, Life Uninterrupted Crew.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we would call it.
Yeah. So we did put a poll out on YouTube on our last video, and like 88% said, "Yeah, thumbs up. That sounds good." So we'll probably go with that. Just again to make a little bit deeper connection with people that watch what we do and enjoy what we do. And so far, out of the handful of negative comments that you're always going to get that, right? So no matter what you do, you could have the most perfect $1 million production, and someone's always going to dislike what you do. So that is what it is. We're just going to do more stuff like this, make it a little more simple. Take you on trips that we do, stuff like that, to give people an insight into the real RV lifestyle. It's not all rainbows and butterflies, folks. Days like this where you're kind of stuck inside because it's raining all day, you can get out and do other things, which we probably will, but stuck in a much smaller space, kind of start to go stir crazy. Part of it is finding out what people like in your videos, and how to kind of connect with people that way. And it's a mixed bag. The real RV lifestyle is so far of a departure from a sticks and bricks life. We've been in it for about 6 months now, and almost 6 months now, and it is entirely different. You have to totally shift your mind 100%, grow accustomed to doing things in a different way. And we kind of mentioned this in an earlier video about being in a tight, confined space. You move differently, you think differently, and things pile up much more quickly. Like, we can totally straighten this place up, put everything away, and an hour later it is just like boom. These things kind of grow and propagate. So we're always
if you're looking for something in a cupboard, then everything starts to come down.
Yeah.
The table gets filled up immediately, and it's like, what happened in here?
And we do our best to label things, like all the bins all along here, and those, I've got all those labeled, what they are. So it's much easier now to pull out and say, okay, camera gear, or whatever it might be. You just pull that out and get what we need. So I'm here holding this camera, and my arm is freaking dying. So I gotta switch. Oh my god.
Why did you choose to sit way over there instead next to me?
Well, just to kind of I wanted to give people kind of a view of our rig.
Gotcha.
And
so hey, let's just share a conversation that we had yesterday about this is kind of real life. So we were talking about one of the RV resorts that we're staying at currently, and it's our first, it's not our first experience, but we're new at Thousand Trails. And Brian was mentioning yesterday, we've been at this particular park for, how long have we been here?
When did we get here?
3 days?
Sunday?
This is our
Saturday or Sunday, so the third day, I think.
Right. And it's not one of the better parks, just going to say. You said this is depressing. This is a very depressing place.
I called it a crap hole.
Mm-hmm. I think I had to have a pep talk for both of us that because we live the RV life, here we are sitting 5 miles from the beach, and realistically, we live 5 miles from the beach. And we shouldn't be sitting in our rig all day. We should be getting out and enjoying the location where we're at. That's why we picked this location.
So, I went on a walk yesterday morning. I was gone for an hour and a half. I got back and I sat in the chair and kind of stared out the front windshield for a while, and that was a comment that Shauna made that was pretty profound. She always has a way of making me come around, but when you realize those things, and it's a simple thing. We live 5 miles from the beach. And it's a little bit of a gloomy day and it could rain on us, but you know what? We live 5 miles from the beach. Who wouldn't relish that, right?
Well, especially if you love being at the beach.
Yeah, which we do.
Yeah, and the whole point is to get out and explore. That's our whole journey, is to get out and enjoy and explore the U.S.
So that's when we decided, just throw caution to the wind. It was kind of spitting rain. We weren't sure when it was going to stop, and saddled up the bikes, stuffed everything in the panniers, strapped stuff on the back, took off. It was raining on us. By the time we got, it was probably a half mile from the beach, it was pouring on us.
Pouring!
And,
Our glasses are full of rain.
Yeah,
it's coming off of our helmets.
We were soaked, and you know what? Probably one of the more enjoyable bike rides I think we've had.
Absolutely. We got to go over this big bridge and come down, and beautiful scenery. Even though it was raining, it was a blast.
Yeah. So
I had a ball.
So that's the kind of stuff that we didn't capture, unfortunately.
Yeah. And then we stopped at Starbucks. So they had these big umbrellas, big inviting umbrellas out. So while it was still pouring rain, we parked underneath one of those umbrellas. I went in and got us a couple of iced chais, and we sat under the umbrella, and the rain stopped. But it was just really nice to have that opportunity.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things where if you're given lemons, you can make lemonade. That's the perfect example of it right there. We just decided to not let a little rain stop us,
Nope.
and even though it wasn't sunny, I mean there were little patches of sun here and there, but when we got to the beach, you could see the squalls out on the ocean, and the rain pouring out there, and it's just a mind shift you have to consciously make.
Well, and then the upside of that too, with the rain, the beach was very, very empty.
Yeah.
So we had a really nice area of the beach, practically all to ourselves. Tide was coming in, the weather was nice and warm. Oh, there goes the train.
Oh yeah.
A few moments later.
But
Not the
pretty close.
worst. I mean, it only
Yeah.
blasts its horn a few times, but it comes through,
So funny.
like right about now, 10 or so, and then like, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning and like 5 o'clock in the morning. We just can't seem to escape trains at RV parks.
We can't. Last night, actually, we were laying in bed and watching, I don't know, something, and the train came by, and it was so damn loud, we just laughed.
Shauna just cracks up. And it literally, the whole rig vibrates.
Yeah, you can feel
And
it.
you can feel it. And
Right.
it's shaking, right?
Uh-huh.
Unreal. Well, to coin a phrase, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Well, yesterday at the beach, we chose to go to the beach. It was raining, yada, yada. You know that. So this lady's walking down the beach with 2 buckets. And she has a shirt on that says Tortuga Rescue. So she's part of the baby sea turtle rescue program here in
Yeah.
Daytona. Right about now until about October 31st is when they start hatching. They hatch, they swim 40 miles. Here in Daytona, they swim 40 miles from where they hatch out to the sea grass bed where they stay for about a year. But, some of them don't make it, or some of them swim out or get washed back in. So she's going up and down the beach. There's a group of people that do this and rescue the baby sea turtles, the loggerheads and the green sea turtles. So she's going up and down. I stop her and ask her what she's doing, and she tells us. And from the other direction, a couple comes up, and she's holding a piece of wood, and she has a baby green sea turtle.
Baby turtle. I know.
So
cute.
yeah. So again, we got to see a hatchling baby green sea turtle, which are pretty rare,
Yeah.
apparently, according to
According to
the
her.
rescue volunteer.
Yeah.
So we got to see a baby green sea turtle.
That was pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Looked kind of like Ricky.
Yeah.
A little bit like Ricky.
Did that turtle look like you?
So anyway, it's just those simple little things that had we decided to not go to the beach because of a little bit of rain, we would have missed that.
That's right. We'll have to do an introduction to our Frenchies because these two
Yeah.
are a couple of characters.
They are. We'll try to
Yeah.
catch them when they're at their clowniest.
Yes, we'll try to do that.
Yes. You see a lot of this. You see a lot of people, sitting on couches and talking about things, and I suppose that's something we've done a little bit of, but not a whole lot. But just in the last couple of days, again, we've kind of started reevaluating what we want our YouTube channel to be, and again, it's nice to have those overly produced things, and all the cool transitions and music tracks, and all the shots, and that takes a ton of time and a ton of effort. And quite frankly, I think we started losing sight of what it was all about. And we don't want to do that.
We don't. I have an idea. Why don't we start a segment called Keepin' Up with the Johnsons, and we just do this every once in a while?
Tell us what you think about that. Keeping up with the Johnsons once a week. We just kind of do something like this, or maybe give you snapshots of what we've done during the week without having some overly produced
I like
video.
that idea. I like that. That's a great
Yeah,
idea.
just little snapshots of things we've done and where we've been, and instead of having the video
sounds fun.
production, I don't know.
Sounds fun.
Tell us what you think about that.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be real good.
All right, I think that's a wrap.
Well, I hope you enjoyed coming into our home, at least for this morning, and seeing how things really are behind the cameras.
And truth be told, this is not 100% true to life, because Shauna did have to put on earrings.
I did put on earrings. I don't
Yeah.
have a stitch of makeup on. My hair is like one giant curl.
I didn't
because
bother.
It's so humid here.
I didn't bother combing my hair, brushing my hair.
Exactly.
I didn't brush my teeth.
Oh, stop. They don't want to know that. Yeah. They don't want to know
You
that.
know, hey.
Ricky's snoozing. Yeah. So this is definitely behind the scenes for us. But we thought it might be nice just to show you kind of what goes on in our life in the morning.
Yeah, I didn't bother showing you the bathroom and the bedroom,
Let's
really.
not do that. They don't need to see that.
Bathroom has wet towels hanging over the shower and
Well, it's 'cause we were at the
hanging
beach.
stuff inside it. And the
Yes.
bed is unmade.
Yeah, well, all right.
Well, truth be told, the bed goes unmade a lot of days.
It never does. I make the bed every morning. Oh, that's a good
Yeah, she
question.
does.
Do you make the bed every morning? Because I feel like if I don't make the bed, my day can't get started. So I make the bed every single morning, and that includes putting all the fancy pillows on it. So I hope you enjoyed this little sneak peek into our lives first thing in the morning, behind the scenes, if you will.
See ya.
See ya.